Alright, hey everyone, Wonderbot here, and welcome to GemCraft, Lost Chapter, Frostborn Wrath. So technically I've already played this before, but this is before they rebalanced the game, and I was getting kind of frustrated with the trial mode, and so they effectively just wiped out all of the rewards from trial mode and moved them into regular mode and endurance mode, which I know some people are kind of cranky about, but for me that's a huge plus, because I found trial mode to be, it was like having little intermissions where you had to play Baba as you just to get upgrades. And you didn't need those upgrades, but they were helpful, and that just kind of sucked for me. So I'm going to very happily... I'm just going to very happily start from the beginning and play from the beginning, and we'll just go from here. I know this shoots me in the foot just a little bit, but it's worth it. Okay, can I upgrade? Yeah, I can upgrade. There we go. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of blitz through a lot of these things. I've already done an amount of this stuff, and we are still going to do a couple of trial mode missions, just because I'm pretty sure there's, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of, like, skill points that I can specifically get by doing trial mode, and that's actually worthwhile to me. Oh. I guess I might as well actually, like, fill that out. I guess I didn't really need to. Aha! Also, this game gets really quiet once you get off the main menu. The main menu was really loud. And then this, not so loud. Just pinging me. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, anyway, so we've got lore. So, I was one of the few wizards who spoke up against summoning more and more demons to use them as slaves and power sources. To feed the ever-growing hunger for power of the leaders of the Spiritforge. The Wizard Council wanted to silence me, but I had eyes and ears in many places, and I was well prepared in advance to move before they could act. I wouldn't have a chance against their magic, powered by demons, so I fled. I went far to the freezing north as fast as I could and hid in an abandoned wizard tower. I didn't have much time to make myself at home, though. They found me quickly and used a devastating spell to freeze all the land around me to shattering ice. They didn't bother to face me in person and get a cold, but their spell wasn't perfect. Everything froze to death around me, everything except me. I somehow survived in a frozen but awake state, being imprisoned in ice for centuries to come. And I saw things, I saw everything, as if I was there looking through a thin flake of ice. I saw them murdering my fellow wizards, I saw them slowly losing the remnants of their sanity, and I saw them summoning an archdemon, one so powerful they couldn't control or defeat. They locked her away, but as the decades passed and she got forgotten, she always found a way to break free. I saw all this, and all that followed, as my wrath kept growing. But for some reason, I just thawed, and centuries passed. I feel numb, and I hardly have any magic left in me. I feel like I have to learn everything again, but I'm alive, and I had a long time to think. Now that no one remembers me, I'll do just like the Forgotten. I gather strength, and return to the Spiritforge. From my last frozen visions, I know that the Forgotten is already on her way there, as well as a fellow wizard carrying a gem of eternity, the only relic of magic that can stop her. I have to be cautious. I'm weak, and monsters are everywhere. I will cast an orb of presence and explore the path ahead. Okay, so we're just going to kind of zip through a lot of this stuff, because, yeah, I've done it. I'm not going to do it perfectly. I might even lose a couple of times. That should be okay. Don't yell at me if I make mistakes here, because that's part of the reason why I wanted to start over. Let's see. So why don't we... Oh, I have to do numpad too. I hate that. I'm just going to load up on poison gems and just let them do their work. Poison gems, I think, are my favorite. Like, there's just something really satisfying about watching enemies just tick down over a short period of time. Alright, I can summon these in advance. Let's see. That might be a little hairy for me. I've got enough mana, so it's not too big of a deal. Nope, we're good. Alright. Let's see, is it only number pad shortcuts for you? You can use the top row fine. I don't know why. It's only number pad for me. I might be able to change it in the options. I don't even know where to begin. There's a lot of options here. Oh, show grade for grade 13 plus gems. Huh. Say high contrast monsters. Let's see. Show grade for gems and traps. Custom mouse pointer. Plus 4 digits for EXP numbers. It's at least HP is gem default. Yeah, I don't really know. I can try it again, but it doesn't seem to work for me. Anyway, there's a lonely night among the trees in the forest nearby, and it feels warm too. A warmth I haven't felt for ages. I have to cast an orb there and take a closer look. Let's see, could it be numlock? But numlock only affects your numpad. I mean, I can turn it off. We'll see how that works, but... Okay. Now... I'm not a big fan of mana leeching gems. Yeah, it's not numlock. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out at a later date why I specifically can't do 1 through 5. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. All it says there is hotkey number pad 5. So that might actually be the easy option, is that I actually have to go into the control settings, which I don't actually see as an option, so whatever. I might also sound a little weird. Like I said, I think before I started here, I'm feeling a little under the weather, or I've been feeling a little under the weather. And so as such... I might sound a little... Okay, I'm just gonna limit that off. We'll just grab those. We seem to be doing fine. Upgrade that. Yeah, frost towers are just straight up better in terms of damage dealing. I'd love it if the leeching towers were stronger, but they never seem quite worth it. Maybe if you had chain traps or something like that, that could work really well. And more soup. Soup feels better. I had curry. Curry helps a lot. But even then, there's only so much it does for, like, nasal drippage and stuff. That's gross and too much information, but anyway. Let's see. I think I found the cause of the thawing, a warmth spell that got out of control. Its creator, another wizard, who is possibly trying to flee and hide, just as I did, was killed here. I can see traces of a fierce fight. Does the council go after rogue wizards and hunt them down now? Okay. I really like tower defense games. There aren't nearly enough of them on the market, and so I'm kind of super excited to actually properly try this one. I did Chasing Shadows and absolutely loved it, and then my first experience with this was a little... It was okay. It could have been better. What's the range of that one? Probably want to make sure that they pass by it. I'll slow them down a bit. Let's see. That should be good. And we'll upgrade this one. There we go. Alright. Slow that down. Plonk. One more of these. Right there. It's an area without a whole lot going on, and I figure since it's right at the beginning, you can kind of just peg some of these suckers along the way. That sounds weird. I probably shouldn't use that specific word. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. Almost got that guy. There we go. Now we just sit back and wait and watch. as we just kind of demolish everything. I think that's the thing I like about tower defense games. If done well, more or less, you as a player can just kind of sit back and just let it go. Up until you have enough resources to actually spend on some other stuff. I don't know, it just feels good. See, if I can recall, you can combine gems in the series. You can. It's kind of worth it. I find I prefer the specialized effects on towers unless I just need raw damage, at which point combining them is worthwhile. Or if the combined effect is really, really good. So, in my particular situation here, this one, combining the gems actually would have probably been worthwhile. Maybe this one. Obviously, couldn't do it there. This one, definitely. Mainly because leeching gems are not that good. Let's do some testing, actually. Let's see what's worth it and what's not. Oh, wait. No, this is this one. Can I? Oh, I can't break that. How much do I have? I don't have too much. That's the issue. It's actually not my favorite one. I'm gonna plunk that there. I think he's gonna die from poison, but I'm gonna have one in the back. Just because. I'm gonna move these around. Might hurt me a bit, but I'm gonna plug that down. Yeah, so one of my issues is the orange gems just don't do a whole lot of damage here. That ends up being a bit of an issue. See, weren't we farther in the game last time we played? Yeah, I decided to start over now that they changed how trial mode works. I wanted to play this without the trial mode's, like, wild balance kind of hanging over my head. I'm gonna plunk that there. Okay, so yeah, we might have a couple get through, but that should be okay. We've got enough mana for it. I've got to start spending some skill points just because my mana gain is kind of bad. Okay, let's see. So let's G those two together. Plunk that down. I could break the monster nest. I'm not actually sure which is worth more EXP. Breaking the monster nest or just killing the enemies that come out of it. Let's see. Anyway, gonna get another one of these, so I'm gonna upgrade it. Let's see. So how much damage does this do? 12 to 22, 5.6, 1.41. 12 to 20, 5.6. Okay, so these actually are on comparable levels, I would say. Mana pool damage multiplier, hit count damage multiplier. Not quite sure. So the hit count damage multiplier is something that I haven't heard of. Oh, so damage increases at 56 hits. 24 hits. Okay. Oh, that just means that's been hitting things. I actually didn't know towers could level up like that. That's a really neat system. I'll upgrade this one. We should have enough. Yeah, we're good. Hopefully he dies of poison. Nah, he didn't quite make it. That's okay. Yeah, I doubt we're going to be able to wreck this monster nest. Oh, right, because I didn't put the towers anywhere close to it. And that's fine. We did okay. Yeah, we'll come back to a lot of these later. Let's see. So, 100 hits, different... Yeah, I don't know. We're just going to keep hitting stuff. 75% be poison kills. E. Alright. Let's go into skills for a second. I don't think we've picked up any talismans. No, we haven't picked up any talismans yet. And skills management. So, Mana Storm, extra mana per monster kill. I want to get this up to 5. I think I'm going to leave this one alone for the time being. But getting, what is that, an extra 20%? 20% mana per monster kill is actually super helpful. Because I need that starting mana so I can actually get some good towers down. but I'd like to eventually offload that over onto my talismans if possible. If possible. Okay, upgrading, combining, we already know about that stuff. So we do have static beacons, and there's an abandoned dwelling and a chest. We can't open up the chest because we need 3 bolts, and the dwelling we need a higher tier gem bomb. But just chuck this thing in. Just gonna do that. We're gonna put a tier 2 frost in here. I want to just kind of check some things out. So this one does not have a hit count damage multiplier. I'll have to see what affects that specifically. Because yeah, some of these mechanics are absolutely just like, I have no idea how this works. It's cool. Let's see. I'm just gonna take the hit. Yeah, we're here to do a little bit of monster science. Let's see, do I... Alright, that works. There we go. Toss a gem bomb. Okay, so I want to take a look at these. So, grade 2 blue gem, 13 to 22, 5.6, 1.5. Or 1.49. 9 to 20, 5.3, 1.57. None of them have the hit count damage multiplier. Or no, this one does, but that's because it already got it. Okay, so the damage multiplier is just from hitting a bunch of things, it gets 5% extra damage. It's not that it scales faster. So... looking at it, it looks like a dual orange-purple gem does not, on its own, provide, like, an immediate benefit. Let's see. So we'll want to upgrade that one. I want to take a look at this. So obviously, damage doubles. Attack speed went up considerably. And it looks like the damage multiplier might scale faster, too. Because, yeah, no. No, it doesn't look like it scales faster. This one's just hit more. So 1.72, 1.82. Yeah, so, straight up, orange gems generally aren't worth it. The mana leech seems like it would be a great thing if you had chain gems on, like, a trap, maybe. Let's see. Gonna just blow that house up. Let's see. I'm just gonna plonk that there. I doubt we're gonna get enough mana to upgrade it. We might. We did. Okay. We'll take some hits, but I wanted to compare these. So yeah, it really does feel like grabbing the leech gems aren't worth it. You'd have to get a lot of hits. Because, like, 170 times 0.33 is what? It's like 50... It's like 56 mana, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's worth the damage down. I just wanted to conclusively kind of look at the math for that one, because I know in the past people have been very vehement about, like, you really need to go use those harvesting gems, and I'm like, I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, locked wizard stash in endurance mode. I'll do a trial mode as well, but I'm generally going to avoid those just because they're not very fun. Because trial mode makes it so you can't actually use any of your upgrades, which, like, on one hand is cool and interesting just in terms of, like, okay, this will challenge me, but it's... I like my effects. Okay. I think I'm just gonna keep doing tower math here. I wanna try some things. Okay, 9 to 20, 5.3, 1.57. 13 to 25, 5.5, 1.54. So it looks like purple baseline attacks a little bit faster. But blue does a little bit more damage. Okay. So, baseline seems like combining gems together is not necessarily useful, but it's not like a terrible idea. I think I'd still want to have like a pure blue just for the slight extra slowdown, but it's still good. Oh, we've also got that. Fire with gems. I don't think that's actually going to be able to do much. Damn it. I didn't really think about this, but this needed way more range. Okay, let's upgrade this one. Okay, good. Now it can hit. Alright, so we get the skill tome, which is exactly what we're looking for. And now we want to focus on actually surviving as long as humanly possible. Let's see. I'm just going to plonk those down. They're not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage, but since I already have those tower slots just existing... It seems like a good idea. Alright. And then I'm going to slow him down a bunch. Yay, walls. Let's see. I'm actually going to switch those around. This is going to get hairy. I mean, that's pretty much a no-brainer. Endurance... Yep, there I go. Pfft, that was fast. I'll get better stuff later. A wizard stash. Long ago, prizes of wizard challenges were hidden in these. I'll have to open up as many as I can in hopes of obtaining something useful. I'll need all the help. Things will surely get grimmer as I approach the Spiritforge. Wizard stashes might be hidden from plain sight. Thinking of battles as a test of endurance, or maybe as a test of pure skill, might reveal some of them. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna want to probably go grab a bunch of those wizard stashes. Also, I think endurance mode is worth just more EXP. We can go back and double check. Yeah, like 4 times as much. So that's a good thing. And we have access to this now, which is very good, but I want that starting mana for getting things down-ish. So you just bought this game yourself since you had a bunch of Steam credit anyway. Time to lose many hundreds of hours in this one. I think you'll enjoy it. It's definitely more challenging than Chasing Shadows. I only got to play a little bit of Chasing Shadows. I thought it was good. Okay. I'm gonna just upgrade this one. For better or worse, hopefully that'll hit the cache. It will not. Balls. Okay, let's just restart that one. I probably could have just left that. Okay, I'm just gonna plonk that there. We're going to upgrade this one. So this is just going to sit there and chip away at this for a while. It's going to take a while, but it's not going to take that long. maybe dropping gem bombs might be more economical, but I have a hard time believing that. Okay. I'm gonna put a purple there. There we go. Make him take the long way around, while also being poisoned. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have done that. Well, it's fine. We got the cache open. Everything else after this point is just pure fluff. Let's see, and we'll want to upgrade this one first. Give or take. Good evening, Wander. Feeling up to risking the deluge of backseating again. I'm feeling a little bit better for it. Yeah, it's gonna get risky. Okay, we're good. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. We're just gonna get as much as I can. I'm just gonna pop a number of these. Like, after a certain point, these guys are just too beefy and just get through. And I can't kill them. Maybe if I'd upgraded a little bit more, but it got me some extra stuff anyway. I guess I could have combined some things, but like, I could have made another tower for the gem. Yeah, but not super important for me. I'm just here to get the wizard stash, and then as much EXP as possible without trying to, like, you know, struggle. Okay. Because, yeah, I could struggle really hard and, like, probably get what I need. Or I could just say, like, whatever. Okay. So I'm going to put a feeder gem there. Do that. Probably wanted a T2 before I did this instead. Yeah, that's gonna hurt me. I don't think I'm gonna get that. So instead, we're just going to put a frost tower right there. Can't upgrade that again, can I? Oof. Alright. I guess I'll just get a second frost gem right here, and that should be okay. Let's see, does this game have replay value, or just play one time and that's it kind of game? It's certainly... I would say it has replay value, if only because you can kind of change up your tactics a little bit every single time, but only so much. The real value on this game, in my opinion, is just, like, the depth and breadth. It's a long game. You're in kind of a pickle here. I don't quite have enough. If we can get this wizard stash open, nothing else matters. Got it. Aha! And then we can just let that go. But yeah, you can replay it infinitely. It almost feels like a idler game in terms of, like, just how high you can scale up. Like, there's a very, very high upper limit on this game, and I think that's actually really good. I'm just gonna upgrade this a bunch. That extra initial... Ooh. The initial starting mana is gonna be really nice, because that means I can actually spend some skill points in making this not garbage. But also, ultimately, also, for like $10, worth it. So you're new to tower defense games. Is this a decent one to start with, or is there a better one? I would say the previous one, Chasing Shadows, is about the same. A little cheaper, and easier to get into. But that's also just me. Let's see. I'm just gonna plonk a number of these all over the place. Where's the... There's the... So we're gonna want one gem capable of hitting that wizard stash. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna invest in defense first. And then we'll go for the stash. Because this one I might also be able to do well. But yeah, there's actually a lot of free-to-play tower defense games that are also pretty dang good. Pretty much anything on the StarCraft arcade is really solid. Anything on, there's a ton of Flash games that are actually really, really good too. Okay, can I get that down? I might be able to. We're gonna take some hits here. I'm gonna try walling is kind of my main thing. We might be able to get it. I'm gonna stop. You're probably... Oh! There we go. I'm just gonna throw it. We can come back to these later. I accidentally blew up my own tower, which is... Whoops! Okay, so extra starting mana, that's really helpful. Plonk that in. I like this system. This is neat. Let's see. Extra wizard level goes into initial EXP and mana. Damage to buildings isn't really that helpful. Looks like I also get a pretty hefty boost for starting waves early, so I might want to dive into that at some point. You blow up your own tower. How'd you do that? You can use Gem Bomb specifically to blow up your own towers. It's generally not worth it, but there are benefits. Wow, that's a lot easier to get down, too. Damn. Alright. Probably don't need those walls, in retrospect. Not there, at least. Okay, so that should be able to start hitting everything. Now, do shields come back, or is it just a temporary HP situation? I don't know. Looks like it's a temporary, or it's just temp HP. I don't know if it recovers. Oh, I see. Shields probably just only take 1 damage. Let's see, would a leech tower be good for breaking chests since it attacks constantly? You don't actually leech mana off of those things, which is a bit crappy. I'd have to look at what's specifically good. Go for that for the extra mana. We're gonna get... I'll get one of these. It kind of doesn't matter as much. And yeah, I combine them for the bonus damage, but we don't want that either. What we probably want to do is actually save up and upgrade some of these poisoners. Because, yeah, that shield will pop off eventually. Oh, I almost lost. I should have been a little bit more careful. I think we'll be okay. Okay, got the wizard stash. Now we can actually care a little bit about... We can care about victory a bit more. Can I just combine those together? Hey! Let's see. If anything, I want to upgrade this one. But we're gonna... Yeah, they're just gonna start getting through. I'm not gonna be able to do enough damage. So I guess at this point... Honorable Seduct. Oh! Yeah, I don't regret that decision. That was a good decision.